Good morning to one and all present here. Today we are going to discuss William Wordsworth's I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. The romantic poet William Wordsworth, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, is also known as the Daffodils, is probably his best famous lyrical work. The poem was written in 1804, inspired by an event on 15th April 1802, in which Wordsworth and his sister Dorothy came across a long belt of daffodils while travelling in the Lake District of London. It was first published in 1807 in Poems in 2 volumes, and a revised version was published in 1813. The poet was wandering lonely over the valleys and the hills when suddenly he came across a lot of daffodils, flowers beside a lake. The poet was overjoyed at the lovely sight of the flowers, which seemed to be tossing their heads and dancing in the mild breeze charmed the daffodils. He gazed at them for long. Later in his life, when in vacant or pensive mood, the poet felt pleasure with the memory of those flowers flashing upon the inward eye. The flowers are compared to the stars. They stretched in a continuous line, just like the stars in a galaxy like the Milky Way. Moreover, the daffodils were shining as they were golden in color, and twinkling as they were fluttering in the breeze as the stars. This comparison with the stars may have a greater implication in indicating that the flowers are heavenly as the stars. They wave beside the waves in the bay were dancing and looking gleeful at the atmosphere, but the flowers outshone the lively waves in their happiness. Having such cheerful companion like the daffodils, a poet like Wordsworth cannot help being happy. So he was gazing constantly at the flowers and enjoying their beauty. The flowers gazed is used twice to indicate how moved or charmed the poet was. So he gazed at them for a long time, forgetting his surroundings. By starting the stanza 4, the poet continues his reasons for saying that the flowers had brought him wealth. He clarifies why the sight of the flowers was so important in his life. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So whenever he lies on his bed in a vacant or a thoughtful mood, the daffodils flash upon his inner eye, that is, his imagination. The daffodils have become an everlasting memory for the poet whenever he is alone, so he calls it as a blissful of solitude, a blessing of staying alone. So the moment he thinks of the dancing daffodils, he feels that he is also dancing with the daffodils. The imagination, the wandering, and also the pleasure that the dancing daffodil gives to him is immense. So daffodils brings him a great joy in his mind. So as Wordsworth used to say, whenever he thinks or whenever he is in the mood of tranquil mood, he thinks of the happiness or the pleasure that he finds in the daffodils, on seeing the sight of the daffodils. So forever it lasts in his mind. Thank you.